Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I've got some a story coming out right now that I believe is very important. It's going to affect everybody in the country, but it's also affecting everybody in the world. And the great news is that I've been talking about this for a little bit of time since December. This is an emerging story. It's getting bigger and bigger, and I believe it is a big deal. But since we know it's coming, all we do is prepare for it, and then we're going to crush it, okay? But we have to talk about this. It's very important. All right. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This stuff actually makes me pretty sad. It's one thing to get ready for great times because, there's a sort of a rebalancing of scales, right? There's opportunities that are going to be everywhere because every economy has a cycle, right? Real estate has a cycle, stocks have cycles, gold and silver have cycles, cryptos have cycles. They all go up and down. But what we're seeing right now is a convergence of many cycles coming together. A war cycle, an economic cycle, an emotional cycle. Like, there are so many things happening in the world right now. This is an exciting time to be alive, but it's also a scary time, right? And why is it scary? It's scary because we always, the people that are trying to get ready for it and take advantage of opportunities are always afraid of missing out. Like, there's something I messed up. Something I didn't. The other thing that's scary is trying to warn those that you love. Like, even other human beings that you don't know. There's a lot of people out there that have a lot of love in their heart and care. I do care about people and want to see people thrive. I learned a long time ago that if I share my best and I help other people be successful, I will become successful either directly through the people that I've helped and they help me out later in life, or I just rise along with them. But it's this sowing and reaping thing. No matter what you believe in the earth, let's say you can't deny gravity, right? You also can't deny the fact that when you sow good things, they do come back. Only the people that say no, good things or bad things happen to good people. You're like, well, there's a lot more to it than that. And this is one of those stories. And I'm sorry, I'm going on a total tangent. That's all right. I probably got all the people that don't really care clicked off. This is one of those times it's very scary, and it's those things that I want to bring you, and I'm going to bring you at the end of this a solution. So, bird flu detected in Kentucky, Virginia, and Indiana as outbreak spreads, says officials. It says right here, the USDA said bird influenza has now been detected in flocks of birds in Kentucky and Virginia, just days after the officials said that thousands of birds were sickened with the flu in Indiana. It says right here that Tyson Foods confirmed that a flock of about 240,000 chickens just tested positive. Now, guys, this strain of the bird flu, I believe, started out of Asia and then started to migrate to Europe and Africa. And I was reporting on this around December, I believe, and I got wind of this from my friend Chris Taylor at Financial Fitness. If you haven't checked out his YouTube channel, it's Financial Fitness. He's awesome. And he started reporting on this, and we knew that it was going to be a big deal. And then it was in end of January, I believe, the first ducks it was detected in from some hunters, and it was spread out over a couple hundred miles on the East Coast. And I told people, start watching, because Israel, I know they went into an emergency sort of deal where they went and bought like 1 million eggs, and they started taking eggs off the shelves. They, there's going to kill a lot of birds is one thing, but if it starts hitting our chicken population, it's hitting a main source of protein for our nation and the world, guys. They've already euthanized so many chickens over in Israel and other countries right now. And that happened during Christmas time. And it's going to get worse. And I want people to understand that. I don't think that there has been it going from a bird to a human yet, but this is that same strain. And what we need to do about this is this. First off, we need to warn people. We need to prepare. This is the time to, think about what's going to happen to the food supply if we have a massive chicken die-off. So you have not only chicken, but eggs. And eggs go into tons of prepackaged foods. This could be absolutely catastrophic. And I don't want to, people are, there's so many people out there that are like, oh, you're all FUD and doom and gloom. And like, look, this is just the truth. This is actually reality. If you have a hard time with reality, but you don't have a hard time watching reality shows, then there's a problem with you, because all you want to do is feel better about yourself while you watch other people act like idiots in the world. But if you have a hard time with reality, this is reality right here. And so one thing you could do is stock up on some food, right? Another thing you could start looking at is for alternatives, different things to eat. But the price of eggs and chickens skyrocketing because of this can cause a lot of other foods to skyrocket in price. And so I want to warn people, these aren't the days to be getting into debt and going and buying fancy cars that you can't afford. I'm not joking. These are the days that you need to hunker down, really, stay positive, because it's always positive. There's these things go on all the time in the world, right? However, very rarely in Earth's history do they all come down at once. All right, we got a lot of stuff going on, and we got spring coming where people are getting out of their houses. The ice is starting to thaw. I know I live in California, but it was still it's cold here too. But people start to emerge out of their cocoons and go, hey, it's time to get excited. We're getting our tax returns. We're going to start spending money. We're going to go places. The mask mandates are lifting. So we're going to have a lot of people rushing into vacations and building things and trying to get back to life, right? And guys, think about this. We saw this last spring. And then we went through this whole nother cycle, right? Well, now people are even more pent up and more frustrated. So they're going to try and live life even fuller. And I think that all of these things are about to bottleneck going into the spring and early summer. And I think it's going to get very gnarly. So this is the time to keep your wits about you. Start community. Start getting to know other people of like-mindedness. Share your thoughts and your concerns, but all in an attempt to help each other. Iron sharpens iron, guys. I'm going to link this story below. I think it is a big deal. And like it says right here, no human cases of these influenza viruses have been detected in the United States. So I know it has jumped into humans. And I don't think that's the concern here, to be honest with you. I believe in my spirit, I'm feeling that the food inflation is going to go into hyperinflation. And you're watching the government try and do things to help, and it is too little, too late. So you have to be preparing for yourselves. And I so hope there's somebody watching this video that needs to hear this. The people that have been depending on the government for help, and I'm telling you, it is going to be too little, too late. It is time to start preparing now. These are the days to work an extra day, the side hustle, save the money, invest it, prepare with some extra food. I just got off of a call with somebody that was trying to, do some investments, some alternate investments in real estate. And I said, how much emergency food do you have? And they said about 3 days. I'm like, you will do better, I believe, in the next 6 months buying canned food. This isn't financial advice. I got to say that, right? This is life advice. Why wouldn't you have a little extra food? But I honestly believe that you will see in the next 6 months a canned food item will do, like green beans or something like that, will do better than the stock market will on a percentage as it rises in price. And just think about that. I'm not saying go out and buy, a truckload of green beans because, come on, that's a lot of green bean salad. I love green bean salad, but it is, smart to have something extra, okay? So I hope you guys got something out of this, and I'm sorry for the muted tone, but honestly, these are serious times, and we need to be prepared. With that being said, guys, the Economic Ninja is out.